He wants to use that home field advantage, make sure the crowd is up, on their feet, and loud. But he says, guys, we've got to give them something to cheer about early to start the game so we can use that home field advantage. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top-5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff positioning.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch.
He's got it down the left side. Turning it on. Touchdown, Longhorns! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And they talked about his speed all week, but it's one thing to talk about. It's another thing to see it. You see that young man out wide, man. He can fly, and he runs right by the defense. They take a shot early, Palmer. They find the speedster, and he finds the end zone.
And I think the defensive coordinator right now is just kicking himself because you're right. I mean, they watched film all week long. You've seen this guy torch defenses. You cannot play coverages that allow this guy to take the top off and get behind your back line. That right there is just a big mistake defensively, a bad call, and kudos to the offense for finding the matchup and making them pay.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Lewis. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Here's Brown to begin the drive. There he goes. Inside the... And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. They had the explosive score, and it's all for naught as that penalty will take the touchdown off the board. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. There's a little room there. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has him set up 1st and 10. Makes a grab and room to run. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
And this offense is kind of showing you a little bit of everything, but putting big plays together, really getting their momentum going. This ground attack now, you watch. They've got a little bit of everything, man. The balance, the structure, the...
Touchdown, Texas! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited.
The extra point is blocked. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Guys, top 5 matchup this late in the season. It feels like a de facto playoff game.
It is, man. This is the big showcase. Late in the season, you're proving to the committee exactly who you are, where you stand. I don't think it gets any better than these late season showdowns. A lot of time rivalries too, Jesse. These are the best.
David, you're right. And both of these teams have been on a collision course all year long. We knew that this game was going to matter a lot, so you know the intensity is going to be off the charts.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
Secures it at the 30. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll give it to Brown. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will...
Snags it, and there's running room. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Run in the red zone, it's Brown. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Keeps it on the option. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Making side adjustments here. Motion from the back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's a give to Durham. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Rides to the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through.
There's some room. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with an explosive in the running game, a 59-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Berry. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time breaks into the open. Picks up the first down. He'll go out of bounds right at the 36-yard line, and the running game making its presence felt.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. Really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
Throws to the tight end. The sure hands. It's Green. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Throwing, Lewis. He'll try to do it himself. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He'll pull it down and run. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Fourth down, Manning. Bringing the heat. And it's a sack.
What a great job by this defense. You get third down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, fourth down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. Running inside, it's Durham. Shakes off the defender. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. He's now piled up 68 yards rushing now as he is within sight of a 2,000-yard rushing season. They get to him, and down he goes, and that's the danger of trying to take a shot on second and short.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
Third down from the gun, Lewis. Here's a heat. He's dragged down at the 12, chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on fourth down?
And now if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good fourth down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
Never a doubt.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot. Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way out to the 32-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
What a nice run there. And I tell you, Texas has always been a place where there have been outstanding running backs. This guy is the next in line. He's got vision, he's got speed, he's got power. It always seems like it takes multiple defenders to bring him down. Huge weapon in this offense.
You know, God bless Texas, because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no. They got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities, I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield. So a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance. Because of those names you just mentioned, we're expecting this running game to be elite.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. This could be a major turning point in this game, going for it inside their own 40. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Makes the grab, he's got a 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Here's Manning to throw. Under fire. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Going for it all. And that one would have been picked off if he could have stayed in bounds, and the quarterback will live to tell about it. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Lewis to throw. Oh, they're after him. Got room at the 35. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. LSU quick to the line.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural
catch inside the 30 and still running. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Lewis wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Here's Durham. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
Booster.
Lewis. Now rolling to the left. Back's got it. Touchdown, Tigers. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
They tried to get the wall set up for him, not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Makes it past the marker. Turns it on down the left side. The tap. Into the house. Touchdown Longhorns. His 17th touchdown of the season and 3rd of this game.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half. The defense needs to start making adjustments.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We begin with a look at UTEP taking on the Wyoming Cowboys. And it's the Miners sneaking out of here with an upset victory. And I have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. The result today...
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Handoff, Caden Durham. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, in a situation like that where it's 3rd and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Spins away from the defense. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. One more time, it's Brown. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Here's Arts to throw. Fires left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
It'll be 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And defensively on 3rd down, man, that is absolutely your goal. You want to play top down, play back. If they want to dump the ball off to the running back, so be it. But you got to tackle them, and you got to get them to the ground. And that's exactly what this defense does, and they force the 4th down.
Here comes the field goal unit. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And he'll bring it back. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Throwing. Lewis. Grabbed over the middle. It's Green. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of...
There he goes. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Tigers right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Lewis to throw. Shoots it to the left. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Fires to the tight end. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. They'll run it with Caden Durham. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
It's now 4th and goal.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Already 1 for 1 on field goals today. He'll try to make it 2 for 2 from 22. And the try is no good. And the deficit is still huge after the missed field goal, down by 23. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Manning fires to the wideout. On the left side, here's Coleman. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Texas! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Here's Lewis to throw. Unloads to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces 2nd down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Lewis wants to pass. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Got it down the field. Finding some room. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Lewis. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Here's a give to Durham. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Lewis to throw for it on 4th. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab past the marker. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Throwing, Lewis. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. They'll start on the ground with Brown. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Trying to get it to the marker. Got a little grass. The 40. He's at the 30. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And, man, that is crushing to a defense. You force the fourth down. You know they're going to run the football. You're bringing guys near the line of scrimmage, and you can't get him to the ground. Not only does he get the first down, he gets a huge chunk after that. This defense is definitely going to be deflated.
From the red zone, it's Simon. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. And here's the return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Yeah, and this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the fourth quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's Lewis to throw. He's going to take a shot. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. Lewis to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. It's Lewis again. Makes the grab. It's Harris. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. From the gun on third down, Lewis. Works it ahead for 6 yards on the play. That'll be enough for the first down, and it also takes us to the 2-minute timeout. New set of downs after the completion. To the air again, Lewis. Keeps looking downfield. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long.
Hydro! Return! Go!
From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled.
And, guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Here's Brown to begin the drive. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. First down, right back to Brown. Makes it past the marker. There's a crease. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Dura. Crosses the 30. Turning it on. The 40. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Set to kick this one away.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative.
Maybe some room here. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Arch Madness. Got it in the middle. It's Wingo. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Mark down at the 42. Second down coming up.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher ranked team is a team with national championship